Hey you guys, so today I got my Amplify Planner in the mail and I'm so excited. This planner just got released this year by two amazing ladies who came together and decided that all the planners that we have right now are not perfect, and I could not agree more. So they came up with this little beauty, and I had the pleasure of using it for 2 months. With the purchase of this as a pre-order, they gave us the downloads PDF form for May and June, so I took it to Staples and had it bound, and I have been loving it. I was a die-hard Erin Condren planner user for several years, and I feel a little guilty not using them anymore, but I have used this planner more over the last month and a half than I used my Erin Condren planner in the last year. So I will show you what this looks like, what I got in the mail, and I'll quickly go over kind of how I use it and what it looked like for me for the past 6 weeks. So it comes in 4 colors: Dusty Rose, Charcoal, Teal, and Chartreuse. This is Chartreuse, obviously. I have some scrapbook paper here. It's hard to see what shade Chartreuse it is. So this is like a greenish, and this is a pale yellow, so this kind of gives you a better idea of shade. It's a beautiful color. If you're into brights and lights. The cover is amazing. It's like velvet. I could just sit here and feel it all day, and it's like that on the inside too. It's so great. So I love it. I also love that they tell you what quarter it is, because this is a quarterly planner, so it only comes 3 months at a time. And I love that it's on the front because I have a photography business, and in the back I'll show you I keep track of my expenses, so when I go back to do my taxes, it's really going to help me to know kind of what section and what year it was that I'm looking at, so I think that's super great. The coiling is also sturdy and awesome, and this is a Sarasa clip pen. It will fit a pen if I had 2 hands to do it. It's tight and it's snug, but it fits a pen. I don't take my planner out and about with me too much. I usually leave it home, but it does fit a pen, which is important to me. And the back is just the plain color that you get on the front. So when you open it, you get this, which is on the same design they have on their box, which I think is nice consistency. Who it belongs to, please return. Obviously it's made in the USA, which is awesome. These first 2 pages are just showing you how to use it, what the layouts mean, how the planner came to live. Then you get some yearly layouts and some holidays, US holidays for now. It's a first launch, but you can always write whatever you want to over here as well. Then you have some special dates. I was using this for like birthdays, anniversaries, things that don't change every year. I also said I'm a photographer, so whenever I have a wedding to do, I mark that down in here so I can keep track of when those are. Then you have goal planning. They do it 3 months at a time so that you're not like trying to look at your goals every single day, because sometimes you fail and that makes you sad. So you can kind of rate them and then figure out how you're going to do better, and at the end of the planner there's sort of a reflection. It's kind of the same to figure out where you went, but I'll show you that too. So there are these tabs. They're nice and thick. I think it's going to hold up really well. The only thing that I don't like about these tabs, first of all, I do appreciate that the cover covers the tabs so that you can't see them. It's a little longer than the paper, which I think is really nice. But the thing I don't like about the tabs is they're so big. Like my mom got a planner that was like all magnified, you know, like 20-point font or whatever, so she could see it. And I feel like these tabs would go in it. I just wish they were like a little more subtle, like kind of smaller and neater at the top, but I mean, I still love it, and I know it's a first launch. They're probably going to make a lot of different changes and things like that in the future to come, but that's just what I noticed first off about the tabs. So then you come to your monthly layout here, which Chelsea Brown, she put the lines in here. I know I appreciate those because I can neither write in a straight line. Monthly focus, some little check boxes for things that you want to keep in mind for the whole month. These intimidated me at first, but I sort of filled them in with things to do for this week. And then you have up here, I'm sure you could use it another way. I use it for daily habits, and then you can make little check boxes. How you met your goals for the month. Then you come into your week. So the first week is obviously starting at the end of June. It's horizontal, it's grid. I wasn't sure what to do with this because my Erin Condren planner was vertical. I don't think horizontally, so that was hard for me. I'm very visual. But there are tons of ideas in the Amplify Planner Facebook group, which you are not a part of. You should join because it's awesome. So there's a focus, a keep in mind, then you have all this space to do with whatever you wish. Next week reminders, life balance activity, and a calendar, which please, please, please don't ever get rid of this. I need this. I'm so visual, and I appreciate that the week that we're on is grayed out. That really helps me. So then every time you turn over to a daily, you get this empty space of grid dot, which to me is, again, intimidating because it's empty and I don't know what to do with it. I'm used to planners telling me what to do with my life. But I guess that's what's nice about this, is you can use it for whatever you want. I'll show you, I planned my garden on one of them in here, grocery lists, what to do for Father's Day, things like that. Then we start with your dailies. You get 7, obviously, for 7 days of the week, and then we start over again with a weekly, and then it goes to another space dot grid. And then you start again on your dailies. So it's a monthly, weekly, daily planner, which is, I think, the only of its kind, which is amazing, which is why it's so thick for 3 months, but I think this is a perfect thickness. It's not like a dictionary, but it's not so thin you feel like you're going to flop it over and break it. So anyway, we just repeat. Then you get August and September because it's only quarterly. And then here we go, quarter end review. So your goals, you're going to look back and kind of evaluate where you landed and reflect. This way it's not in your face for the whole time you're using the planner, which I appreciate because sometimes I'm not good at reaching those goals. And then at the end, you know, you get a notes section, and I think it's like maybe 10 front and back pages of dot grid paper, which is amazing. And this paper is so smooth. I have 32-pound cardstock in this one that I own right now, and this feels a little nicer. Obviously it should, but it's nice and soft. So then we get this, which nobody knew we were gonna get until after they shipped, and I am so appreciative for this little back pocket because I keep receipts and all sorts of things back here, so I am pumped for that. So that's what this one looks like. I hear a tiny human coming down my stairs. Okay, so this is the one I got from Staples. So it's just bound kind of haphazardly, and I actually got a pocket from Erin Condren, the sticky pockets, which I put back here to keep things like my daughter's artwork and mailing receipts, because I do photography, so if I have to mail things, I like to keep track of my expenses. So this is just a flimsy little cover that you get from Staples. So I kind of covered this up with a little magnet sticker, which these are only good for about a page, but I know how the planner works. So here, I gray it out with colors, so every red circle is sort of like my monthly cycle. Every square that's in yellow, I color code everything, so photography for me is all in yellow. So if it's a regular box, it's a session, and if it's a dark box, it is a wedding. I haven't been keeping very good track of this, but that's what I use it for. I haven't written down anything on my holidays. This is also an Erin Condren, as you can see, note tab sticky, which fits in here nicely. It also fits in there too. I tried that out. The only thing that I don't like about it in both planners is that, you know, it's in the middle, so there's kind of a bump. I tried it in the back, but then every time I started writing, I was writing crooked, so I kept it in the front. I think I might still keep it in there because I like to just have tabs around. So these are my special dates, nothing fancy. My goals, you know, try to be better at finance and drinking more water and exercising. This is the monthly layout for May, which I do washi tape when I'm going to be going somewhere. Cut to kind of gray out. Like I said, I'm very visual. I write down my work schedule, that's all in purple. If anybody's doing sessions, it's all yellow. Any personal life stuff is lime green for me. Paydays, I marked my habits. Yeah, keep track of my cost of doing business. These I didn't use because at the time I didn't have this planner. I also use these Erin Condren tabs, which worked well for me to find my monthly spot. They fit great in these too, but since I have monthly tabs, I'm probably going to use them to help me find my weekly spot. So I'll just show you a couple pages. These are kind of bare because I am a nurse as well, and so I work 12-hour shifts. But you can use this for whatever you want. I really like this gray box up here for weather. Goals again. This I was leaving, so this was actually my packing list, but it's a work tasks. But you can cover it up with stickers and make it whatever the heck you want. I like to box out. Like I said, I'm very visual. Toward the end, I'll show you I started using more color and stickers and things, but I like to washi tape and color code and do all these things. So yeah, and then I use quote of the day. I had a business box for a little while. Daily gratitude and meal tracking. I did change this to a fitness thing in June, but you can kind of do whatever you want with it, which is the point. Here's what I was doing with this blank paper that you get at the beginning of every daily layout, kind of where my garden was going. I was trying to plan where I was going to plant things. Then I was adding more stickers. Memorial Day. Let's see. This is how I was kind of doing my weekly layouts. I sort of liked this layout with the washi tape. I stole this from Chelsea on one of her videos. She kind of blocked off dinner plans over here, and then she journaled here. And I really kind of like to focus on what made me laugh that day, and then how did I spend the day, or how was the day for me. And like I said, I like to color code, so Mondays are red, Tuesdays are orange, and that follows through with these colors here too. So yeah, and then I just washi to block it off. There's your life balance activity. Yeah, let's see. Then I started to add more stickers. I also stole this from Chelsea, was graying out the top boxes for when I was asleep. I don't know if I like that. I just started doing it, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but you can make this as stickery as you want. Like if you look at, oh, I can't remember, the Dolce Planner sticker person. She stickers everything, and her layouts are amazing, and I aspire to do that, but I just don't have time with 2 jobs and 2 kids. This was like yesterday, I guess. So I have a Polaroid zip photo printer that my husband bought me a couple of Christmases ago, so I started using that again to print out some pictures. I try to just decorate it. I'm a scrapbooker too, so just makes me make it look pretty. And then because I don't have tabs, I've been using these little elephant paper clips I got on Amazon to just kind of clip my weeks and days together so that I can kind of flip really easily to where I am. So that's that. And then in the end, I bought these stickers from Chelsea Brown Designs on Etsy, and then when I bought them I realized they're actually whole page stickers for the Passion Planner, but this is a quarterly planner, so I was like, so I cut it. I really hope that at some point in time she makes like Amplify quarterly stickers for reading lists and movies and things like that, and like she had a year in pixels one too that I got, but obviously can't put a year in pixels in a quarterly, so it just looks blank. So I'm kind of hoping she makes a quarterly version of that. Maybe just like, you know, July through September, but leave the year out so you could just reuse them. I don't know. Anyhow, so I cut it. This looks kind of funky, but... and then I used this for when was the last time I, etc., because I have a really hard time remembering things. And then I use this as a sleep tracker. This is all just the date. The W's are when I work, because I get less sleep when I'm working, so I like to track that. And then all that on the top is military time, because that's what we use in the nursing world. And then I just mark when I go to bed and when I wake up, and if I take naps, and how much sleep I get. And I go to nights next week, so it's going to start all fitting over here, unfortunately. And then highlight of my day. It's kind of like, what was the best part? I saw this on Pinterest, I think, and I really loved the idea, the simplicity of it, so... Then, like I said, I'm a photographer. I jotted this out because there's some names on here, but I keep track of like when I got what was incoming and what was outgoing, and how much money I was spending, and then deposits, like when this session is occurring, if I sent a contract, how I got my money. I haven't done anything with these yet, but I would love to do like a weight loss tracker. There's just so many possibilities. anyway, so that is pretty much how I've used mine. I have loved this thing for the 6 weeks I've had it or whatever, and I know I'm gonna love this even more because it's for real and it's just perfect. This is pretty much the exact same size on the PDF that they quoted, except it hangs out a little bit because of those covering of the tabs, but it just feels good. It's 7 by 9, which is a perfect size, I think. You know, it's the first launch, of course, so everybody wants something different. Nothing's perfect for everybody, but I think they pretty much nailed it for their first go. I would love in the future to have interchangeable covers, because that's one of the main reasons I was with Erin Condren to begin with. I have so many interchangeable covers for them. I was hoping I could jerry rig it and make it fit here, but it doesn't. It doesn't look good anyway. So maybe one day in the future that would be an idea. Interchangeable covers would make this like absolutely perfection for me, but I think they nailed it. I appreciate this, and quarterly is kind of fun because then you get something new and exciting every 3 months. So I am pumped to use this. So that is Chartreuse. It's beautiful, and that's how I've used my planner over the last 6 weeks or so, and I hope that you guys buy your own and join the Amplify Planner community on Facebook, because they're all amazing and there's so many good ideas about how to use this thing, and I cannot wait to start diving into this. July 1st cannot come fast enough. Okay, that's it. See you later, guys.